So no, you're always quite busy on the weekend. No busy day for James today.
Um, I mean, there's definitely stuff I should be doing, but
Yeah, because when I got your message this morning, like, hey, you want to record? I was like,
what?
but it's the weekend.
Yeah. I just think that I wanted to try to get recording done like soon. I don't know, because I feel like we have two episodes we're gonna talk about today.
Yep.
A little mini thing, and then the other one, it's like fresh in our memory. It's nice to
Yep.
be able to do that. And I want to talk to you about the next game. I want to announce it to you.
Oh shit. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, sure. Then let's get into it. You want to get into
You're like, yeah, fucking give me a new game.
our little mini episode, which
Daddy
is going
brought you
to
a new game.
be.
Three, two, one. Dark Lord.
Welcome back to 321 Backlog, the podcast where we sit down and play games from our backlog and then discuss them. However, we're going to be discussing something different today. We're going to do a top 5 list. So this will be
Yeah.
interesting.
I love this concept. I just want to say this is it's exciting.
Yeah. I've been wanting to, I even got paper notes. Ooh, sneak peek.
Paper notes.
Paper notes. Look at this shit. Ha! Haha,
Damn,
could you
dude,
read it?
I read it all, dude. I screenshot it.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
were
was
wanting to
in a rabbit
do.
hole.
You were in a rabbit hole?
Oh yeah, dude. I was looking at. Did you ever play the game on PlayStation 2 called Black?
I can't say that I have.
It's a first person shooter. Well, I was like reading about it. I played it. I had it. I probably still do. And I was trying to look up like what the why was it named Black? I guess he was like a Black Ops, something like that. But then there was never a sequel made, and then they did make a sequel, and it was made by another company. And I was looking up do you see where this is going? I was
It's
like, oh,
not.
what other company or what other games did that company make?
Yeah.
And I was just like 9 Wikipedia pages deep, 45 requests for money deep,
Jesus.
because Wikipedia is like, pay us, please.
So why was it called Black?
The guy was a Black Ops something or other,
Oh,
terrorist or something.
anywho, today we're gonna do a little top 5 list, and we're gonna start.
Get off of that one, dude. So we're doing a top five list where we talk about our top five video game sidekicks,
Yes,
and they can't be us.
interesting you say that.
Oh shit!
So this is gonna be a new format for us, where we're just gonna run kind of each run through our we're gonna do our number 5 spot. We'll talk about it, then we'll go down the list until we get to ones. We might have some honorable mentions. We might have some least favorites to talk about as well.
I didn't
So,
put mine in order.
ooh,
Let me do. That's easy enough.
silly boy.
What comes after two?
7.
You better not be lying to me. Okay, I know my number one.
Me too, dude. It might
Oh
even be the
no,
same.
no, it couldn't be. It better. No, there's no way.
I'm curious because I I think that we're gonna have at least. I think we're gonna have two different. What am I trying to say? I think two of ours are gonna be the same, or are gonna be on the list.
Easily.
Maybe not in the same order.
Two.
I got two possibly.
Okay. Yeah,
All right.
we're gonna have to fucking find out.
Why don't we get into it? Let's do our number 5. Who wants to go first?
You
This is
should.
Brandon first.
You do yours first
All right.
because I'm still ordering mine.
Okay. So my first top sidekick is gonna be BB, aka Lou from Death Stranding,
Oh,
which I thought was that kind of interesting. Getting also some games, keeping some games we played. But yeah, I liked. He ended up being or she rather, ended up being kind of like a character in herself throughout the game, and it was cute little interactions and stuff, and I really liked the I don't know, I like the interactions that Daryl what was that Sam had with BB in the game. It was a lot of cutesy little interactions and stuff, and I really ended up liking that game, and I think if they just made
That was a good answer, dude.
yeah, if they just made BB just like a static, just baby in a tube with no personality and no interactions, I think it would have just not hit as well. So that's my number 5 spot.
I love that, dude. That's good. I never that even never even crossed my mind.
Yeah.
BB, but that's a good one. I went with Claptrap from Borderlands.
Only number 5? Not any higher?
You know what's funny? Well, the reason, I mean, as we go through the list, I think you'll understand that they do like they're better sidekicks. But he, to me, is one of like a top character for that series. I
Yeah.
love Borderlands the series a lot, but he doesn't really do a lot. He's just
True,
hilarious.
true.
And you know what's funny is when I did this, I looked up like I wanted other people's point of views too, just to get some ideas. I'm sure you did the same thing. Look up
Yeah.
sidekicks and worst. He was on every single worst sidekick list that I saw.
Really?
Yeah, dude. People hate him, I guess. But it's funny because
Really?
he's
He's
so
the
lovably
best.
hateable. He
He's
sucks, dude. He
fantastic.
sucks, but he's
No,
great.
come on.
Dude, I love it. But yeah, I love Claptrap. I feel like he is the mascot for the series, and I love
Yeah,
Borderlands. So,
exactly.
yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
That saddens me.
He's fu-
Spoilers.
he's so funny.
He is so funny.
Yeah.
Spoilers, he's on mine.
Yeah, I figured. I love that though.
Oh, right. Moving right along. This isn't going to be a super long episode, but we wanted to have something different. Why I started out number 5. Why don't you start out number 4?
Oh, good call. Okay, this is gonna disappoint somebody, but my number 4 is Ellie from The Last of Us.
Oh.
She's good. She's cool. I know she eventually is not really a sidekick in like the later games, I think, but she's good. She's one of those characters that is in the game, does provide a little bit, but doesn't really ever get in the way, you know?
Right.
And yeah, I thought she's from a storyline perspective, really important, obviously, if you've seen it, the
Yeah.
series or played the game. But yeah, Ellie is who I picked.
Right
Whatever
on.
her last name is.
That's I was trying to go with games that I had played, but she was going to be on mine if I broadened it out. Like,
I have
You
played
know,
it, so yeah. I played the
yeah.
first one.
right. I didn't play enough of it to really count it for me. So that's awesome.
Yeah, man. Who you got?
All
Number
right,
five.
so I cheated a little bit. I have
Ooh.
a duo
What?
of people. So I really liked the Kingdom Heart games back in the day. So I have the duo of Donald and Goofy from Kingdom Hearts. They I got to get our Disney plug in there.
Sponsor
they-
us.
They were just purely comic relief, and they would like
Okay.
bicker against each other and stuff, and because it's been a number of years since I've played Kingdom Hearts, and I actually want to circle back so we can get a refresher on it. But I always remember the two of them bouncing off each other, and just like the interactions between them and your main character, and like the enemies and stuff that were going on. They were just like a nice little treat. And being a kid when I was playing that game, it was just kind of like cool to see that kind of crossover between like a Final Fantasy looking game and a set of Disney characters.
Yeah. It's funny.
I
I remember
liked them.
you liked that game a lot. You owned
I
it.
did.
I
Yeah.
never played it, and it's on my backlog actually because
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
loves that series. But it's funny because the whole Disney crossover was the reason I didn't want to play it when I
Really?
was of that age. Yeah, I loved Final Fantasy, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, just weird. It just turned me off from it. But
Hmm.
I know it's a good game. It has to be a good game. So I will. I want to say I have a PlayStation 2 copy of it. I have the strategy guides for all of the earlier ones,
Always.
multiple copies, because I bought copies of it, and then my brother-in-law gave me his whole collection of guides too, because he's like the same age as us.
Right.
And then I own, I think, like the PS3 remake of it, and I
Mm.
probably have a copy of it on something else too. I probably do. It's been remade 50 times. We're gonna play that. That's the next game, dude.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding.
Nice.
It's not. It's not. It's not. But all right. So you got number 3 now.
I got number 3.
Go for it.
We are going to go another game we've played on the podcast.
Ooh,
Our good old little robotic floating pal B12 from
fuck,
Stray.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, can I change my list?
Yeah, dude. There's that for anybody that hadn't played Stray, the little robot B12 that was floating around doing all the interactions had a straight up existential crisis in the middle of the game, floating around drone. It was great. You know, it definitely added some like character to the game instead of just like, oh, it's just a cat and all this stuff. It was something to really break it up and give you some dialogue options in the game, and it was really fun to watch and play through.
Damn, dude. That's good, man. Again, that never crossed my mind. I feel like mine are going to come off as very generic.
Nah, dude.
Nah, dude, you're good.
Nah, dude.
My number 3, which I feel like is going to be on your list somewhere too, is Atreus from God of War. So I put him over Ellie because he actually interacts. Like, you know, you hit square, whatever, shoots an arrow, does that kind of stuff. And I didn't want to put him higher on the list because he's kind of a shithead. He's an adolescent shitbag. So, yeah. But I don't know. I feel like in the upcoming game that we haven't played yet, I feel like he's going to play a bigger role, hopefully. Eventually, maybe he will take over the God of War series or something, or maybe
I have been seeing some speculation stuff because we are going off of us only playing 2018.
Dude, he's a side character with that main character energy. You know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah, dude.
But yeah, he was good. He was a good addition. And because of him, it allowed a lot more story expansion too, like with through Mimir and stuff, because obviously Kratos wouldn't have talked to Mimir, or was that his name, Mimir? Yeah, wouldn't have talked to Mimir at all, you know, if not for Atreus. So he did add a lot to the series.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
So mine for the rest of the game, or the rest of this little mini episode, are going to be names we've heard before. My number 2 is Claptrap.
Fuck yeah.
I
hate him.
Aside, like the Borderland games were really fun. I like shooters. I like the art style that was, but it was never a game that I would like really go and play on my own. And when we would play those on our like gaming night games on our gaming nights, I enjoyed his interactions so much that it like made that just the whole thing more fun when I could see him in the scenes and stuff. I love the comedy they put behind him, and it made the series so much better for me.
Yeah.
So
you know what? He does serve a purpose. He opens doors.
You always need
doors.
one. Heck yeah, dude.
So that's good. Okay. I did see that.
I had to give him a little bit more love.
I'm glad that you liked it. Like, I'm glad that you like Claptrap as well.
He's
You know
great.
what I mean, it's just I'm glad that we can share that appeal because it's either love or hate with that guy. I'm interested to know if other people in our friend group like him or hate him. They gotta like him.
You got to, man. He's so lovable.
Sometimes.
All right,
So,
and
okay.
down to our number 1. Is it
No,
on me?
I
or
gotta
is it
do my
you?
number. I got a number 2.
Oh, you haven't done your number 2. Sorry, I'm
I haven't
jumping
done a
ahead.
number 2. Yeah.
My bad.
So this one I knew would not hit your list, but Otacon,
Who the hell's that?
he is Hal Emmerich, Dr. Hal Emmerich from Metal Gear Solid series.
Oh,
So you don't ever really play as him or anything like that, but you save him in Metal Gear Solid, the first game, and then he pretty much assists Snake through everything going forward. Like all of the other games, he is that fucking guy. So I don't know. I don't want to go too into detail, and I'm not going to attempt to explain a Hideo Kojima series to anybody here, but he's just never falters from being like a genuine good sidekick. And it's through multiple game series, and he helps other people as well. He's just an all-around good dude. So, yeah.
A
If you've
good
played the
fella.
series, you get it. If you've never played the series, you're fucking off of, you're not on my top 5.
But I've never played the series.
Oh, dude.
No. That's all right.
All
You're
right.
on my list.
So you want me to do my number 1?
Yes. What you got?
Oh, dude, now I feel like I'm gonna upset somebody. So I put this is anybody that knows this, but I am a big fan of the Donkey Kong series. Always have been. And Donkey Kong Country 2 is my favorite one of the series, and it's called Diddy's Conquest. And the funny thing to me is that the whole game is about, it's Diddy's conquest. You're going on this journey to try to save Donkey Kong, who has been captured, and the sidekick of that game is Dixie Kong, and she is better in every way than any other Kong in the entire, like, she has like this hover ability, so
Yeah, where
she
she,
can
like,
like
spins.
slow fall. Yeah, and it's just overpowered as shit. In a platforming game, like, a slow fall ability is super good. It's just, I don't know. I love platformers. I like Donkey Kong, and she is the best character in that series by far. So she gets the number 1 sidekick
Right on.
for being literally better than the main characters of that series.
Do you remember? It was a couple months ago. My wife and I were out playing some of the old like Nintendo classic games on our
Yeah.
Switch, and we were doing one. I think we were doing one of the Donkey Kong games, and we were like texting you like, "What's the lineage of all these people?"
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Did
It
and
is
Dixie are dating? And they have
no,
the same last name?
no. I think
Cousins?
they're cousins or siblings or something. It was something weird.
Interesting.
But yeah, that go for anybody that doesn't know it, go look up the Kong family tree. It's a wild ride, dude.
I'm gonna look that up later. Now is not the time.
All right, and like I said, and for me, number 1, another name we've already heard. I got to give it up to Artreus, man, from 2018. I think with that game, I was liking it coming from the perspective of being a dad, and I liked those interactions. And whether he was a piece of shit or not, I think he definitely added a lot to that story. And he also had some functionality in the gameplay, which was good. And looking ahead to, I've played a tiny bit of Ragnarok so far,
You motherfucker.
and I know, like 20 minutes.
Okay.
And I've been hearing things of like different YouTubers and stuff saying like, oh, when we get our Artreus game or whatever. So I don't know if things have been rumored or like
It seems
confirmed
like
or
it
not.
inevitably is gonna happen, right?
It's
Like, just-
it's probably
it
going
has
to go in that
happen.
direction. Yeah. So I'm interested to see where they take that character for sure. But yeah, I'm going to give it up to Artreus. I definitely liked his addition to that series, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Fair.
But like I
That's
said,
fair.
I was definitely trying to go off of games that I have played. So I was kind of limiting myself a little bit, but
Right.
yeah. So I do. When I made this list, I do have some honorable mentions that didn't really
Okay.
make my list. I've got 2 of them.
Same.
Do you want to give us yours?
You want them just back to back?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I went with Cortana from Halo because she's kind of always there, but she doesn't get top 5 because she's kind of a piece of shit too. Also, it's the worst part of Windows.
Yeah. turn off that on Windows immediately.
And this is weird, but Coco Bandit from Crash Bandicoot.
Oh,
Coco
yeah.
Bandicoot, whatever her. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like, I think in the third game, maybe the second one, she's in like 2 levels tops.
Right.
But they were like the funnest levels, dude, because they were very like shooter. There was like one where there was like a shooter where you're like in a spaceship. They were just the funnest levels. You had to play as her, and that's it. So
Right on.
what you got?
All right, so mine are goofy, man. So my honorable mentions. My first one is you and me. No,
Yeah, dude, we are the best sidekicks, dude.
not for the reason you think. It's the player with the controller in Death Stranding. It's a little abstract, but like because your character Sam starts like having interactions with the camera, that
Dude, you're so
we in a
narcissistic.
stupid little way, we become a side character in his story, like his inner thoughts and him talking to
Dude,
himself.
you fucking love Hideo Kojima, dude.
Oh my god.
We have to play Metal Gear Solid soon.
You and me. My
have to
second,
play it.
we got to, dude. Which one? There's like 50 to choose
The
from.
first one, the PlayStation 1, it's a series. So you don't start we're not going to start with the Nintendo ones because the storyline is not there, but we have to play the first Metal Gear Solid, the first 3 games I feel like are necessary as fuck.
Right.
So
Are they all, even the Nintendo ones, were those Hideo's as well, or just
yeah, but
when it went to
they're like
PlayStation?
top-down Nintendo games. I don't think the story is really there. I feel like the story is touched on in the series enough to understand it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to know Solid Snake's. He is the main character. That one follows his father.
Right. Right.
Quotation marks.
My second honorable mention isn't from a game. It's more of just like calling out Nintendo and some bullshit. Is Yoshi.
I love
I feel like he didn't. So here's the thing: in the games, he just became like a mount. There was from the games I played, there was not really any personality to him. But it was when they start doing other media and movies and shows and all that stuff. That's when they would give him a little bit of personality. But I wanted to call out the 2023 Super Mario Brothers with Mr. Chris Pratt and everybody. They gave Yoshi no love. He was just like. No, well, they showed a bunch of Yoshis like running by in a field, and that was it.
That's trash.
And it was so bullshit. So I just wanted to call out that Yoshi didn't get any love in that fucking movie, and I wanted to give him some love, so just give him some recognition for not being put in that movie. So
I posted a picture for you in Discord.
What you got?
It's from the newest like remake Super Mario Brothers. It's actually what introduced Fat Yoshi.
There you go.
So, dude, one thing Nintendo sucks about that. Like, I have to rant a little bit. Nintendo is so bad about giving a shit about anything other than Zelda and Mario.
Yeah.
Like Donkey Kong, I suck at caring about anything other than Donkey Kong, but like he was a huge character in the game. Oh, I'm sorry, he was a huge character in the movie, but like no love afterwards. I think people like him, like, you know.
Yeah.
And then the same thing like you said with Yoshi, like he's so minimal even in the games that they're coming out with now. Like he's barely in them, you know. He's not like in Mario Wonder, he is a playable character through start to finish, but he's basically the easy mode, like he's invincible.
Right.
So it's like you know, why would you play it?
Because every game that I played where you get a Yoshi or you get a chance to ride one of them, it was like a really fun part of that game.
Oh,
no
yeah,
matter which
dude,
game
it was the best levels, right?
Yeah. So I really wanted to get, you know, just kind of toss him some love.
Have you seen the memes of like people just sacrificing Yoshi as like a second jump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mario like flies through the fingers
like...
extended.
So I have a worst. I just wanted to say
Yes.
the worst sidekick that I can think of.
Yep.
Baby Mario in Yoshi's Island.
I never played.
So he sucks, dude. So it is Baby Mario, and Yoshi is the main character of it. And your main attack is like the tongue, and then you swallow things and make an egg, and you can throw an egg as a projectile. But if you get hit and take damage, Baby Mario floats away in a bubble, and you have to chase after him. You get 10 seconds to catch him, and he just fucking cries, dude. And it's so like you could picture the chaos. Like if you get hit without Baby Mario, he like kind of spins and falls down and like adds 2 seconds to the
Right.
recovery. But if you can picture the like stress of that while there's a baby just like wailing, crying, I
That
fucking
sounds terrible.
I can still picture. I still know these. I haven't played that game in 20 years, and I
Right.
can very clearly picture the horrible noise that comes out of that baby.
Oh man. So I
Traumatized.
was when you did tell me ahead of time that you were going to have a worst, and I was trying to think, and I could not for the life of me, using games I have played and remember vividly. I couldn't really think of any that stood out as like, God, that was the worst. But I will uh, pull from my wife's favorite series, which is The Legend of Zelda, with Navi, just like, listen, listen, over
Yeah.
and over again. So I'll go ahead and give it there. That was probably one of the worst sound bites ever conceived for a character.
I thought so. I don't know if the general consensus. I want people to comment, but I don't know if the general consensus of Navi is good or bad.
Yeah,
But I can't stand him. That little fairy alone made that game unplayable for me. And I
yeah,
have, and I okay, so I have played that game a fair amount, but can't stand that guy. Can't
yeah.
stand him or
All
her.
right.
Cool.
Well, I think that was fun. We there was something new for us. That's going to go kind of in our regular schedule stuff, which you know because you're listening to it in our regular release dates. So, thanks so much for listening. That's going to wrap us up here. Stay tuned for our next episode. It's going to be Cocoon coming out in 2 weeks. We will see you next time, guys.
Take care. Thank you. Video games.
Hello? Look! Hey! Listen! Watch out!
Thanks, Navi. Hey, everybody. Just wanted to take a minute to mention that we had a blast with this top 5 list. If this is something you enjoyed and want us to do more of, let us know on social media. You can find us everywhere at 321 Backlog. If this gets any traction, we'd love to add some Patreon polls and voting to kind of help choose our topics. We've even tossed around reading out our patrons' top picks for each category that we feature on an episode. But anyway, that's it for this episode. We appreciate you listening, and we will see you next episode.